And today I'm going to tell you about 5 of my fave kitchen gadgets to make your life so much easier in the kitchen. Now, a lot of you know I'm an engineer turned chef and recipe developer, and I kind of spend most of my time playing with recipes and playing around in the kitchen. And my favorite thing to do is to share little easy hacks and tips and tricks with you guys. So let's just go for it. Some of these may surprise you. First one, parchment paper. I don't know how many of you are cooking with this, but let me explain. A lot of people think of parchment paper as something that you use to line like a cake pan for that really fussy cake recipe that you're kind of terrified to make. But I want to tell you how it's going to change your world when you're roasting veggies and cooking things in the oven. So parchment paper, when you put it on a cookie sheet like this, all you need to do to roast veggies on parchment to get this delicious browning and crispy finish, toss your vegetables with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, spread them on parchment, giving a little bit of room in between, and roast them in the oven at about 450. And here's what's so awesome about it. The parchment's going to absorb some of the moisture from the vegetables, so you get that like really delicious brown finish on the bottom. And even better for me, I kind of hate doing dishes. I'm sure you guys all do too. Parchment is an immediate non-stick finish. And even better, well, back up a little bit, so you're not stuck like scraping all your vegetables off the bottom of your pan. And then when you're done, veggies in the bowl, parchment in the garbage, and you have very little cleanup to do. Just a quick rinse of your baking pan. Okay, so favorite gadget number 1, parchment on a baking sheet. Roast your veggies at like around 450 till they're nice and brown and you're good to go. My second one. Now, a lot of people that follow my recipes or my videos or have seen me cook know how much I love microplane graters. And by the way, I'm not representing any brand or company here. A lot of companies make these. Microplane is sort of the industry standard term. And the reason why this is so great, if you take a clove of garlic like this and you want to mince it up fine, check out what your microplane can do. Bam. Can you guys see that? Teeny tiny, perfectly minced garlic, all ready to add to your pan. No chopping, no worrying about big chunks in your sauce or anything. It's also awesome for lemon zest, which is another totally favorite trick of mine to add a burst of citrus flavor to your recipes without making things really tart. So get yourself one of these. They are awesome. They rock. Next up. This one surprised me when I went to culinary school. Every chef there had one in their back pocket ready to bust out for whatever it was they were cooking. It's called a flexible fish spatula. You guys see that? It's got space in between. And I'm going to show you why it's so awesome. Anything delicate that you're pan frying or sauteing, this guy can like bend and get right underneath without disturbing the crust or the browning that you have going on. Makes it really, really easy to flip things. Like, check it out. Like for this quesadilla here. It's awesome for pancakes. Think about how many times you're making pancakes and you get underneath and it rips and tears. Great for fish, great for chicken tenders, things like that in the pan. Okay, so back to our quesadilla. This one may surprise you. So everyone gets a set of kitchen shears with their knife set. And usually they throw it in the drawer and just use it to kind of cut paper or, you know, treat it like a regular pair of scissors. But what you really need to think of these as is 2 knives, because they're made to be that sharp. And what's cool about cutting something with 2 knives like this, let's say you do have like a really delicious cheesy gooey quesadilla or pizza. By the way, moms, this is a great tip if you're cutting things up in small pieces for your kids. Your kitchen shears can cut right through the food and give you a really clean edge and line like this. It's great for pancakes, to cut them into shapes, for grilled cheese, for pizza. Again, anything soft and gooey and delicate. You can also use it to trim the edges if something doesn't look so pretty on the outside. So kitchen shears, I use these all the time. And last but not least, if you cook a lot of meat in your household and you're kind of sick of things being well done or undercooked and not really knowing how to time dinner and sort of, I don't know, being disappointed with what you're cooking, get yourself an electric meat thermometer like this guy. So what you can do with this, first of all, most people's ovens are a little bit off and you can really never time your meat properly. With this, you just insert it into the meat to check for an accurate cooking temperature. An even better one that I really, really love, this guy sits on the counter. It's programmable, so you set the time and the temperature that you want, and then this weaves through. You close your oven door on it while this is in the meat, and you can set it to go off to alert you when it's done. And as many of you may know, but if you don't, let me just let you know, you should take your meat out either off the grill or out of the oven about like 3 to 5 degrees before the cooking temperature that you want, because it's going to keep cooking on the counter. And your digital thermometer is going to make sure you have the exact temperature you need. So if you all like these tips and tricks, please share this video with your friends and make sure to like my page, Cooking with Julie. Thank you.